Origins of the Renewed Covenant of Light. According to the earliest of the recovered journals, the Renewed Covenant of Light was founded in the spring of 1834 in the rural outskirts of Brookhaven Township, Massachusetts, a small settlement surrounded by dense forests and farmland. At the time, the region was in the grip of the so-called Great Awakening, a wave of religious revivalism sweeping across the young United States. The journals attribute the group's creation to three brothers, Elias, Matthew, and Jonas Mercer. While official birth records for the brothers have never been located, census data from 1820 and 1830 suggest they originated from upstate Pennsylvania before moving east. In the journals, the brothers are referred to only by their honorifics, Elder Elias, Deacon Matthew, and Prophet Jonas. Descriptions from the notebooks, as well as later corroboration from fragmentary church records, portray each brother with a distinct role. Elder Elias Mercer, the commanding orator, described as tall, with piercing dark eyes, capable of holding a crowd's attention for hours. Deacon Matthew Mercer, the intellectual, with a background in medicine and scripture, often depicted in ink-stained hands and spectacles, drafting doctrinal texts for the group. Prophet Jonas, the youngest and the most unsettling, claimed to receive visions from the true light during prolonged trances. Witnesses later described his pale blue eyes rolling back as he whispered in an intelligible tongue. In late 1834, the brothers purchased a wooded parcel of land just outside Brookhaven and began constructing a building they called the Sanctuary of the True Light. Unlike the white clapboard meeting houses common to New England, the sanctuary was built of dark granite quarried from nearby hills. Its main chamber was octagonal, with no windows, illuminated only by lanterns hung from a high, narrow steeple. The journals record the first public gathering on December 9, 1834. Elder Elias addressed the assembled townspeople. "The churches of this land have grown soft. They preach comfort where there must be trial. We are called to restore the path, to burn away the flesh's corruption until the soul shines pure. This will be the furnace in which the true light tempers his people." At first, the Mercers' teaching seemed only an austere variation on familiar Christian revivalism. They spoke of humility, the rejection of worldly possessions, and the need for spiritual refinement through personal hardship. But within weeks, subtle differences emerged. Membership in the covenant required a private interview with Prophet Jonas. New initiates were encouraged to give up their homes and possessions, moving into small communal dwellings around the sanctuary. Outsiders noted the congregation's growing isolation and the unusual practice of gathering in the sanctuary for all-night vigils of purification, where members would kneel motionless in the unheated chamber, chanting softly until dawn. The first journal entries from early 1835 describe the passage, a term not yet defined in detail, but spoken of as the highest honor within the covenant. In a letter fragment found in the archives of the Brookhaven Historical Society, an anonymous local wrote, "They speak of it as crossing a threshold. The few chosen for it are not seen again in the town, but their names are read aloud at gatherings, and the people cheer as though they have gone to heaven itself." Over the next 2 years, the covenant grew steadily, drawing the poor seeking belonging, the bereaved seeking meaning, and even a few rich patrons curious about its intense rituals. By the winter of 1836, the first full account of a passage would be recorded in the journals, and it would mark the point where the sect's history turned from strange to deadly.